Hello, superstars! Welcome back to day 10 of our 60-day spoken English podcast. Wow, Ishani, just stop for a second and let that sink in. We have officially reached double digits.
10 days, Sam. 10 days of showing up, 10 days of pushing through those awkward tongue-tied moments, and 10 days of building a version of yourself that speaks with power. Honestly, I am so proud of everyone listening. Absolutely incredible.
You should be proud. By now, you've learned how to survive a restaurant, navigate a global office, and even handle an angry customer like a seasoned pro. But today we are leveling up. We are stepping out of the shadows and onto the stage.
This is where the rich dad mindset really kicks in. Whether you are presenting a project to your boss in New York, pitching a startup idea in Oslo, or just giving a heartfelt speech at a wedding, Day 10 is all about the art of presentations.
I know what some of you are thinking. Sam, my English isn't perfect yet. How can I possibly give a presentation? Listen to me. A great presentation isn't just about using big words, it's about presence.
Absolutely. In this massive deep dive, we're going to cover confidence body language to own the room, the perfect introduction to hook your audience, and ending smoothly so you can handle questions without panicking.
We'll be drawing from world-class sources, including the professional etiquette of the U.S. Department of State and the story learning secrets of polyglot Ollie Richards. So, stand up straight, take a deep breath, and let's make you a master of the stage.
Absolutely. Sam, before you even say good morning, your body has already told a story. Our sources emphasize that in professional cultures, especially in the USA and UK, first impressions are 80% physical.
It's so true. Let's talk about the handshake rule again, because it's not just for greetings, it applies to the start of every meeting. When you walk into a room to present, your handshake should be firm and last exactly 2 to 3 seconds.
Wow, only 3 seconds?
Yes, that's just enough time to look them in the eye and say, "It's a pleasure to be here." If it's too short, you seem nervous. If it's too long, well, then it just gets awkward.
Now let's look at the character Natalie from our stories. She is described as very observant and curious. In a presentation, you need that same energy. You need to be observant. Make eye contact.
Please, listeners, don't look at the floor or your notes the whole time. If you look at the floor, the audience subconsciously thinks you're hiding something or that you don't know your facts. If you look at them, you show you are the expert.
What about the hands, Sam? My hands used to shake so much when I was a fresher.
We've all been there. Here's a pro tip. Use your hands to emphasize points, but keep them in the strike zone between your waist and your chest. If you're talking about a big global idea, open your arms wide. If you're pointing to a specific data point on a slide, point with purpose.
And don't forget the good taste principle. Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. As Julia says in our story, you always did have good taste. When you look professional, you feel professional, and your English flows more naturally because your brain isn't worrying about your outfit.
Absolutely. Confidence comes from extensive learning. If you've spent the last 9 days listening to us, your brain doesn't have to work so hard to find the words. This allows your body to relax. And if you feel relaxed, your audience feels relaxed. Wow, presence is powerful.
Okay, Sam, you've walked to the front. The room is quiet. All eyes are on you. How do you start? Dun, dun, dun.
Most people start with, "Hello, my name is," and then they list their job title. Ugh, don't do that. It's boring. You need to hook them. Our sources show us how to introduce topics with flavor.
Instead of, "I am here to talk about the budget," try the Margaret Style. "I'd like to introduce you to," or "I'd like to talk to you today about."
Remember, that D in "I'd like" is the most important sound you'll make all day. It's the contraction of "I would like." It sounds 1,000 times more professional than "I want to tell you."
Let's talk about syllable stress. This is a secret weapon for sounding fluent. Let's use the word economist from our everyday conversation source. It has 4 syllables: e-con-o-mist.
Listen closely. The stress is on the second syllable, economist. If you say eco, no mist, people will have to work harder to understand you. Wow, practice that with me. Econ, omist. It sounds so much more natural, doesn't it?
Now let's look at how a pro like Lawrence Windsor starts a speech. He gets everyone's attention and says, "Friends, colleagues, I'd like to propose a toast." In a presentation, you can use a similar attention getter.
You could say, "Friends and colleagues, thank you for being here." Or, "I'd like to start with a short story." Or even better, "I'd like to share some exciting news with you today."
If you are introducing a guest speaker, follow the Dialogue 1-3 format. Give a piece of new information to make them sound like an authority. For example, Dr. Smith is an economist. He just finished writing a book on international trade.
Notice that word just. It shows the very recent past. It makes the introduction feel fresh and current. Absolutely. A great introduction tells the audience, "I know exactly what I'm talking about, and you should listen." Wow, you're already halfway to a successful presentation.
Now for the middle of your presentation. Sam, how do we keep people from checking their phones?
The secret lies in story learning. Ollie Richards teaches us that the human brain is wired for stories, not spreadsheets. If you're presenting financial data for your journey to financial freedom, don't just show numbers, tell the story of those numbers.
Use connectors to make your speech flow like a river. Use to start or firstly to set the scene. Use moreover or in addition when you want to stack your points. Use however or nevertheless when you want to show a challenge or a contrast.
In our mystery story, Archer says, "It was a sunny day. However, around 10:30, I saw someone leave." That word, however, acts like a signal. It tells the brain, wait, something is changing. It keeps the listener engaged.
But Sam, what if I make a mistake? What if I forget the English word for revenue or profit?
Don't panic. Even Lawrence Windsor, a very successful man, admits when he forgets something. He says, "Ah, yes, I forgot to mention it." If you stumble, just smile and say, "Oh, I forgot to mention," and keep moving.
As our sources on extensive learning suggest, skipping difficult parts is a mature approach. If you can't find the perfect professional word, just use a simpler one. The goal is to get the gist across. If the audience gets the gist, you have won. Absolutely.
You've finished your points. Now comes the ending. Most people just stop and say, "That's it, thanks." No, we want to end with a bang.
Go back to that Lawrence Windsor speech. He ends with gratitude. You should summarize first. I'd like to summarize the main points we discussed today.
Then thank the audience. "I sincerely hope this has been helpful. Thank you for your time." And then give them the final hook, a strong statement like, "I sincerely hope these strategies bring you financial freedom."
Then you open the floor. Does anyone have any questions? What if someone asks a question and you don't understand their accent?
Remember day 8? Use your clarification phrases. "I beg your pardon?" with that rising tone. "Could you please repeat that?" "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that."
When someone asks a good question, acknowledge it. Say, "That's a great question." This gives you 3 seconds to buy time while you think. You can also use the word "well" and draw it out. "Well" to bridge the gap.
And if you truly don't know the answer, be honest like Robert Greene eventually was. Say, "I don't have that specific data right now, but I'd be happy to find out and get back to you after the session."
When it's all over, give a warm farewell. "Thank you again, it's been a pleasure," or a simple, "Have a nice day." Absolutely. A smooth ending leaves a lasting impression that you are a true professional.
We have covered so much ground today, from the handshake duration to the syllable stress in econ omist and the power of I'd like.
Wow, you guys are now equipped to be the Natalie of the corporate world, observant, curious, and fearless.
Here is your Day 10 challenge. I want you to prepare a 1-minute introduction for a presentation about your favorite book or your plan for financial freedom. Start with, "Good morning, friends and colleagues." Use the phrase, "I'd like to talk to you today about." Practice it in front of a mirror while standing tall.
End with, "Thank you for your time. Are there any questions?"
Record yourself on your phone. Watch your body language. Are you making eye contact with the lens? Are you using your hands?
Absolutely. You can do this. Remember, fluency is not about being a walking dictionary. It's about being a confident communicator. Tomorrow, for day 11, we're moving into group discussions. We'll learn how to agree and disagree politely and how to interrupt someone without being rude. You definitely want to be there for that.
Thank you for spending day 10 with us. Keep practicing, keep listening for the gist, and keep being awesome.
See you tomorrow. Good night, take care, and keep speaking.
Bye-bye, everyone.